Hey, what's up, boys? This is Moonchild, the Dude No Way, and today we are covering a hunter build that refuses to die. Let's go. Now, I wanted to remind you guys that we do stream every Monday and Tuesday night from 9 p.m. to midnight on Twitch, so if you want to see me use these builds live, you can check us out over there. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Just search DudeNoWayGaming. So the idea behind this build is to give you multiple ways to regenerate your health, as well as damage resistance to help you survive things that you otherwise would have died to. And to do that, we're going to be using the exotic hand cannon, Crimson. Crimson fires a 3-round burst, but its exotic perk, Cruel Remedy, kills with this weapon heal the wielder. Precision kills also refill the magazine. So when we're dueling people with Crimson, we're going to be going for those headshots so that we can get the full magazine back and engage the next target while our health is regenerating. We're also going to combine that with Bottom Tree Arcstrider. Focused breathing, sprinting recharges your dodge ability and increases maximum sprint speed, which is going to come in clutch when we utilize Wormhusk Crown. Dodging gives a small health and shield bump. So now, from our subclass, when we sprint, our dodge gets recharged super fast. Every time we dodge, we're getting health back and a little bit of an overshield from Wormhusk. How often do you sprint in a match? Really consider how often you sprint. It's all the time. So we're going to be getting our dodge back super quick. And for our stat splits, we're going to be running 9 mobility, 8 recovery, and somehow I made it to 8 discipline and 5 intellect too, and you know what, dude, I'll take it. So the 9 recovery is going to give us an 11-second dodge cooldown, and if you sprint at all, you can get it even lower than that. Moving into the armor mods for this build, we have mobility and enhanced hand cannon targeting on the helmet, and I'll talk about that in a second. On the gloves, we have mobility, fastball because I love it, and pulse rifle loader to activate powerful friends, which if you didn't know, powerful friends, when you become charged with light, nearby allies also become charged with light if they are not already, which is great, it helps the team, but what we're really here for is the additional 20 mobility. So effectively, we're gaining an additional 30 mobility on this piece of gear, and that is awesome. On the chest, we have a recovery mod, unflinching hand cannon aim, and taking charge. On the boots, we have mobility, traction, which I stand by, stacks on stacks, which is going to give us 2 stacks of charge with light every time we get stacked. The only problem with stacks on stacks is that it takes away 10 from our recovery, but we were at 9 before this, so I think we can be okay with 8. For our cloak, we have a recovery mod, we have insulation, better already, and high energy fire. And if you don't already know, insulation reduces class ability cooldown each time you pick up an orb of light, which is going to give us our dodge more often, which is going to mean we're going to have that 40% damage reduction from our subclass more often. We're going to get the boost to health and shields from Wormhusk Crown even more often. We also have better already. Picking up an orb of light immediately regenerates health, so we don't even have to dodge. We just have to run over the orb of light, and we're getting our health regeneration. And all of this makes sense because we're going to utilize the charge with light system to make Crimson more competitive than it already is, which leads me to my next talking point in this video, how to enable Crimson to succeed. Crimson on its own, without its catalyst, and without any additional perks or mods to help it succeed, kinda sucks balls. The 3-round burst is pretty inconsistent, it's not hitting a lot of the shots that you're firing, and it makes the TTK of the weapon go from a 0.87 optimal TTK to a much longer time to kill when you're not hitting consistent crits. And that's why, 100%, if you want to utilize this build effectively, I recommend getting the Catalyst for Crimson, which increases its range to some of the highest range stats in the game, surpassed only by Ace of Spades with Memento Mori active, and even then, it's only 8 additional range than the Crimson. Crimson has a pretty aggressive bounce when you're firing at max rate of fire, which means that a lot of the headshots you're shooting off probably aren't going to hit, so to minimize that on the helmet, we're going to be utilizing enhanced hand cannon targeting, which is going to give us that little bit of extra forgiveness to Crimson's bounce and allow us to hit those headshots a little bit more cleanly. To keep going with that, we're going to use stacks on stacks combined with taking charge and high energy fire, so that every time we pick up an orb of light, our Crimson is going to get a 20% damage buff, which is going to make dueling other Guardians that much easier. Our Crimson is also masterworked, so when we get a double kill, it will drop us an orb of light and allow us to continue that style of gameplay. If you're coming into this build and you intend to use it without Crimson's Catalyst, without a targeting mod, I feel like you're going to struggle pretty hard. It does have some serious kick to it, and hitting shots can be quite inconsistent if you don't have the things to buff it. Enabling Crimson to succeed is part of what makes this build so good, because we need the kills with Crimson to trigger the health regeneration so that we can get insanely aggressive and continue fighting other Guardians. So now we're going to move into the gameplay, and I've gathered a few clips of where this build can shine, and how you have to use it to make it effective. I see that people are fighting at the heavy ammo. I also see that they're fighting at B. I jump up to heavy to engage and see that this target's low, so I'm going to ape him with my shotgun and immediately dodge to get that health regen. I see that the guy behind me did not aggress on me, so I turn to my left to see that people are coming from back B. I take the engagement, and with the health regen from Crimson, am able to kill the second guy where I otherwise definitely would not have been able to. I jump high above the doorway while my health regens with my shotgun. He puts up the barricade, so I reload and decide to engage the guy who is coming from behind B. I get him with the shotgun melee, and engage the second target with my grenade, sliding up to use Crimson, but again, because it's Crimson, it doesn't quite make it to the end there and get the kill. But essentially, that's the way that you need to use the build. Get aggressive, and then utilize your cover intelligently so that you're only fighting one person at a time so that you can get your health regen and engage the next target very quickly. That line of thinking is further reinforced in my next clip when I see people are fighting at A, so I jump over the man cannon to engage them, and I want you to pay attention to how I utilize cover here to minimize the amount of targets that can attack me at one time. I have my side to the wall, and then I see the sniper glints, so I make myself a smaller target and engage only one person at a time. I start to get rushed, so I throw my grenade, shoot him with the shotgun, and clean up with the hipfire to keep my health full. But in this moment, I see that there are too many people and I need to leave. I'm intelligently picking my engagements, which you have to do with Crimson, because if you don't, you will get out TTK'd by most of the things that people are using in the current meta. Hand cannons and shotguns will mow you if you're not intelligently utilizing your cover. In my next clip, I'm engaging a guy above B, and he gets me very low health, so I dodge to break line of sight and gain that health regen. As I move forward, I see that someone is coming up from the field, so I engage him, get my health regen with Crimson, and then re-engage the guy at B. He tries to dodge, but I jump over his head and shoot down on him with the shotgun. When I land, I see on my radar that someone is right behind me, so I slide around the pole, I engage with Crimson, and then throw my grenade to the left to force him out the right side of the piece of cover and exactly where I want him to be. In this next clip on Burnout, I'm engaging a target at A with my primary, and when it doesn't confirm the kill, I throw my grenade in hopes that it'll clean him up. I see people are approaching from the bridge though, so I pull out my shotgun and kill the guy who's weak, while my teammate gets me the credit for the assist. I turn towards my left and I see that this target is rushing C, so I take the engagement. I slide up to C, and when I get the headshot, all of my ammo to my magazine is refunded because of Crimson's exotic perk, so I'm able to easily engage on the second target without having to reload or worry about whether or not my health is there. I see that this guy is coming forward and I need to catch a different angle, so I backtrack and then I catch him with the cleanup. I dodge as I'm getting shot so that I get that 40% damage reduction and can get out of there. As I come over to bridge, I see another target is weak, so I use my shotgun to clean him up. I reload with Gambler's Dodge, and I see that the heavy ammo is coming up, so I'm picking up the heavy now. I'm going to use my grenade launcher to either fight people at B or those who are coming in at A, and when I approach, I see that there are a lot of people at A, so I fire off some sticky grenades in that area, but very quickly start to get shot, so I dodge to get my 40% damage reduction and get out of the way. When I back up, I see that the Arcstrider is coming towards me, so I use my grenade launcher to clean him up. Next, we've got the team trapped at A. They're spawn trapped in, and I want to go get in on that action. But I see on my radar that someone is fast approaching me, and even though this target is invisible, you can see the white light from his shotgun giving him away, so I use my grenade launcher to mop him up, and then I engage further onto A. As I take the fight, I quickly realize I'm being engaged by another target at the same time, so I dodge to get out of the way, get some of my health back, and then re-engage on the left side so that only the left side person can fight me. When he dies, I notice on my radar that the second target is rushing me very quickly, so I jump high into the air, pull out my shotgun, and shoot him as he runs underneath me because that's where he thought I was. In this final clip, I wanted to really show the power of lightning reflexes as a perk in your super, because even though Wormhusk does not activate when you dodge in your Arcstrider super, lightning reflexes does, which means each time that you're dodging to get to another place to close the gap on people, you have that 40% damage reduction the whole time you're in your super, which is fantastic. Again, I intelligently utilized cover by dodging to get to it and dodging out of it to close the gaps. I kill the guy, jump out and realize I don't have enough super left to kill the second guy, and with lightning reflexes am able to live long enough that I can go back inside, jump over the doorway, and meme on this fool with my shotgun once again. So to wrap this up, Bottom Tree Arcstrider with Wormhusk and Crimson is an insanely strong combination that allows you to chain multiple engagements back to back without any downtime if you're accurate with your shots and you play to Crimson's strengths. The gun as a base is not that good, but if you enable it, it can really shine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a comment and a like. It really does help the channel. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. You can catch us Monday and Tuesday nights on Twitch from 9 p.m. to midnight, so if you want to come hang out with us and see me do some of these builds live, that's the place to do it. And I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I am Moonchild of DudeNoWay, and I will see you in the next video.